What if the single greatest obstacle to your wealth isn't your salary, your job, or your luck, but a simple line you haven't yet crossed? There is a fundamental question that quietly shapes every person's financial destiny. Do you work for your money, or does your money work for you? This isn't just a clever phrase. It's the very foundation of a concept known as the cash flow quadrant. Imagine that line. On one side, individuals trade their valuable time for a paycheck. It is a path defined by the search for security. On the other side, individuals build and acquire assets. This is the path defined by the pursuit of freedom. The goal is not to work harder, but to build systems that work for them endlessly. Our purpose today is to explore the 8 specific assets that move you from the side of labor to the side of ownership. These are the pillars upon which true, lasting financial independence is built. The first, and arguably the most powerful asset you can own, is a business. At some point, we have all looked at successful entrepreneurs and wondered how they could build such monumental wealth in a single lifetime. It is easy to fall for the stereotype that the ultra-rich are detached figures who never had to work for their success. But this very line of thinking is a mental block that can hold us back financially. The reality is that building a profitable business demands profound dedication. Taking a simple idea and scaling it into a global enterprise is a monumental task. Every self-made entrepreneur, from Elon Musk to Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg, followed the same path paved with relentless hard work. Herein lies the fundamental difference. It is the distinction between active and passive income. An employee works hard their entire life, often living paycheck to paycheck. An entrepreneur works with immense intensity for the first several years to construct a business, an asset that can then generate income for the rest of their lives. This is how they secure not only their own future, but a legacy for generations to follow. While building a business is a proven path to substantial net worth, it is certainly not the only one. We all start from different financial positions, and for many, a stable job with benefits is the necessary foundation for building a life. Given those circumstances, the risk of leaving that security to start a new venture isn't always a viable option. But this does not mean you are condemned to a lifetime of working for someone else. You can still escape the rat race by making intelligent investment decisions, starting at the right time. For someone young with an average salary, the idea of buying real estate can feel completely out of reach. This is where a powerful concept comes into play, often referred to as OPM or other people's money. This simply means using leverage, like a bank loan, to purchase an income-producing rental property. This asset immediately begins to work for you, creating a second stream of income separate from your primary job. The monthly rent collected from your tenants is designed to cover the mortgage payment, property taxes, and other maintenance expenses, while ideally still leaving a positive cash flow in your pocket. Beyond this, real estate investing often comes with significant tax advantages, which effectively reduces your overall tax burden, putting more money back into your hands. As you methodically acquire more rental properties, your reliance on a monthly paycheck steadily decreases. This is the point where you achieve true financial freedom, when your assets are working for you, not the other way around. With a smart approach, you can continue to add multiple streams of passive income, building a durable wealth that can be passed down to future generations. It is clear that both building a business and managing real estate demand a significant initial investment of time and energy. For most people working a demanding 10 or 12-hour day, that kind of surplus time simply doesn't exist. For these situations, there is another, more accessible path to financial freedom. This route requires a high degree of spending discipline, but it is far easier to begin for anyone constrained by time and capital. The principle is simple. Instead of allowing your hard-earned money to disappear on discretionary expenses week after week, you can choose to allocate that capital toward paper assets, such as stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Each of these financial instruments carries its own unique risk profile, allowing you to select investments that align with your personal tolerance for risk. This approach liberates you from the hands-on challenges of running a company or managing tenants. At the same time, it grants you the powerful advantage of becoming a part owner in other people's large, successful, and professionally managed enterprises. The more disciplined you are in saving and investing, the more rapidly you can accelerate your journey out of the 9-to-5 rat race. This, in turn, frees up your most valuable resource, your time, to explore and build even more streams of passive income for your portfolio. Have you ever stopped to consider why the value of the dollar or any paper currency is in a constant state of flux? It's because fiat money is fundamentally a man-made construct. It has no intrinsic value of its own. Its worth is derived entirely from the guarantee of the government that issues it, a government that can authorize its central bank to print more at any time. Today, the US dollar holds its position because of America's global standing. But history teaches us that the world order can change. If another nation were to rise to that top position, its currency could eventually displace the dollar. For this reason, holding all of your savings in a single paper currency is a fragile strategy for creating multi-generational wealth. There is no guarantee that piece of paper will hold its value indefinitely. To protect against this inherent weakness, the world's most sophisticated investors allocate a portion of their wealth to what can be called real money commodities. This includes tangible assets like gold, silver, oil, and even essential resources like agricultural products. These items possess timeless, intrinsic value to human civilization. Commodities are irreplaceable. At the most basic level, we will always need food for survival, energy for commerce, and precious metals as a reliable store of wealth. Paper assets cannot fulfill these fundamental needs. Because of their finite supply and consistent demand, commodities also serve as a powerful hedge against inflation. It is a prudent strategy to diversify a portfolio with these tangible assets, as they have historically proven to hold or increase their value during turbulent times when other financial assets may decline. We are all familiar with the phrase, "time is money." But the reason this saying has endured is because it points to a profound economic truth. Time is the single most precious and non-renewable resource we possess. Fortunes can be lost and rebuilt. An athlete can earn millions and lose it all, yet the potential to earn again remains. But time, once spent, is gone forever. This makes your youth your single greatest asset. It provides you with a long runway for compounding and a greater capacity to take calculated risks, knowing you have decades ahead to recover from any setbacks. Therefore, how you utilize your time is one of the most critical factors in building wealth. The mathematical power of compound interest heavily favors an early start. A person who begins investing consistently at age 20 will, with all other factors being equal, accumulate a vastly larger sum than someone who starts at age 30. This is the very principle that the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett, has championed for decades. Start as young as you possibly can. Beyond investing money, you must also invest your time wisely. A typical work week leaves you with 2 full days for your own pursuits. You can choose to let that time evaporate on passive consumption, or you can choose to invest it in yourself. This could mean starting a side business, acquiring new skills to advance in your career, or dedicating time to a passion that could become a future income stream. You never know which of these endeavors might fundamentally alter the course of your life. Ultimately, building wealth is about creating a buffer of security for you and your family, a means of ensuring that you remain protected, no matter how the economic winds may shift. While managing your time is a critical discipline, there is an even more fundamental asset that underpins everything else: your health. Your physical well-being is the engine that powers your ability to pursue any goal or ambition. Yet, it is an asset that many of us neglect, particularly in our youth. It is common to fall into a pattern of rewarding hard work with unhealthy habits, consuming processed foods, excessive alcohol, or smoking. We justify these choices as a well-deserved break, a way to unwind from the pressures of work. We then return to our jobs to earn more money, which in turn finances the continuation of this damaging cycle. Before we know it, years can pass trapped in this loop. The financial consequences of this are twofold. First, these habits create an immediate drain on our current income. But more significantly, they compound over time into a future liability of enormous, wealth-destroying medical bills in our later years. The alternative is to view your health as a deliberate investment. By committing to regular exercise and a proper diet, you are not just caring for your body. You are preserving your capacity to be productive and earn more, and more importantly, you are ensuring you have the long, healthy life required to actually enjoy the fruits of your labor with the people you care about. Next, we have a category of assets that represents a modern evolution of the classic business model, online assets. Consider for a moment the barrier to entry for starting a platform like a YouTube channel. The cost is effectively zero. It is a completely free platform. And think about the value it provides. Nearly everyone has learned a valuable skill from an online video. This points to a powerful opportunity. Each of us possesses a unique set of skills and knowledge. Some are excellent cooks, others are natural comedians, and others are experts in technology. The internet provides a vehicle to take that expertise and share it with people who are actively looking for solutions. If your skills are in demand, you can build a substantial audience, and platforms like YouTube will compensate you for the value you create through advertising revenue and other monetization tools. The same principle applies across a wide range of digital assets, including online courses, specialized websites, insightful blogs, or even well-managed social media pages. Once these online properties begin to generate a consistent income, they can be scaled into a full-fledged business. You can then reinvest your earnings to upgrade the quality of your content, hire a team to help you manage operations, and integrate additional income streams like affiliate marketing programs. Finally, we arrive at our last asset, one that is intangible but immensely powerful, your network. You may have heard the expression, a happy client is a referring client. This simple idea reveals a profound truth about business. Developing a strong personal brand and a reputation for excellence is critical for long-term success. While high-quality work can bring you initial traction, it is the power of recommendations and word of mouth that can truly shift the trajectory of your endeavors. Imagine you start a catering business. Each event you serve is not just a single job, it is an opportunity to expand your network. If the guests are impressed with your service, they are likely to seek you out for their own future events. This illustrates a key principle. Delivering quality is essential, but you must also ensure that people know who is responsible for that quality. You cannot simply wait for success to find you. You must actively build the reputation that draws it toward you. If you found the ideas in this video valuable, show your support by liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more financial insights. And let us know you're committed by commenting below with the words, "I make money."